Congratulations! You have successfully completed 6 modules. And here we are at Module 7, pulling it all together as a professional. You have absorbed an enormous amount of information and knowledge. So let's just briefly recap on the journey that you've been through. We began by gaining insight to Dr. Melody de Jager, the founder, of what her driving energy has been about, her intentions, the vision behind the Mind Dynamics Profile instrument. And we looked at this wonderful history, just a brief snapshot and some key milestones to gain an appreciation of the evolution of this functional profiling instrument. We then went back to the very start. We looked at early childhood development. And I find this astonishing. I never fully appreciated just how miraculous we are. The architecture, the design of this unique, wonderful, powerful brain that we have began in utero. It began in our mother's womb. And then once we were born, we went through this incredible journey, in particular during the first 2,000 days, where all of our senses develop in a specific sequence. And a lot of that development, and of course the periods between, are what contribute to us being the adults that we are today. And really motivates us to celebrate rather than criticize the experts that we own and this unique profile that we have. In the big module of Neuroscience 101, unless you are a student of neuroscience, I'm sure your grey matter had to go through a bit of a stretch. I have no doubt that you grew a couple of brain cells absorbing that knowledge. But we now have the security and the sound knowledge base grounded in neuroscience, embodied in 2 simple theories. The first theory being the integrated brain architecture, which is the sum of function, form, and flow. And the second theory being the information processing theory, which goes a long way to explain how we take in those senses, take in information, feed it into this brain that's sitting protected in the cranium, and then how it's expressed in action of speech moving forward, usually involving muscular response. Within that module, there was an extra little tidbit added, the preferred sensory modality. You know, this is not only going to be of interest to your client, but as a professional, it's certainly going to enhance how you package and communicate the information that you're presenting to your client. And after all, at the Mind Dynamics Institute, we by no means claim that the Mind Dynamics Profile instrument is the answer to all ills. It is merely one instrument in the professional's toolbox. The role of dominance is a big one. So where we looked at dominance, experts, and flow, you'll recall that there were numerous supporting videos provided by Dr. de Jager. It's worth revisiting those every now and then, really just to refresh your memory and to give you the opportunity to appreciate just how important the aspects of dominance and in particular flow are in how your client is going to evolve that integrated profile. And of course, because at the Institute we have a philosophy of positivity, no profile is ever a penalty. There's nothing bad. Your authentic uniqueness is something to be celebrated. And the beauty of the instrument is that it gives us the opportunity to prove that you can be whatever you wish to be. So with the assistance in Module 6 of these wonderful exercises, these mind moves that are neuroplasticity in motion, in demonstration. We have the opportunity through simple exercises that will never work up a sweat, but are certainly like a six-pack for the brain, of establishing new neural pathways that are going to make the adoption of new habits that add to your client's integrated profile and their expertise a lot simpler than they ever imagined, simply in the space of 3 to 6 months. Now, isn't that miraculous? I love it. So we have these 6 modules that are now seated in your brain somewhere. It will hopefully give you the confidence to group this all together and to step out there as a professional and take this very wonderful, powerful instrument to your client base. So the primary focus of Module 7 is the how. How can you do it? So many coaches that come through this journey have said to us, this is so exciting, I love it so much, I found out so much about myself, but how should I integrate this into my coaching practice? How do I make it a reality? So a lot of it revolves around debriefing the profile, but we introduce you to the range of report options that we have. Of course, at the heart of it all is the individual profile report. Nothing moves forward without you having done that. And if your client is confused or there's a big question mark about some of the experts, the profiles or responses, there's always the validation report, where a third party can now take that individual through the process to check that they answered the functional questions properly. I love the partnership report. There are so many instances where I'm coaching 2 individuals. They may just be in a relationship of some sort, but for me as a business coach, it's very often in business. Key directors, or the introduction of a new manager into a leadership team where the leader and that individual need to check in and have a better appreciation of one another's expertise, and they're likely the precursor to personality or behavior expressions. The MDPI partnership report does all the sweat work for you. You will see in the practical example, the sample report that we provided to you, just how deep and the richness of the information that the report provides. So once again, you really just need to follow that script, and you're going to have those partners eating out of your hand in astonishment. And then there's the MDPI team report. Interestingly, the report itself is the simplest of them all, but team coaching is growing in popularity. So what we've done in the tutorial on Teams is we've just put in a few illustrations, some examples, some concepts of how you use the individual report, that team summary report, which captures all of the expert profiles in the team and the stress profiles in the team on an anonymous basis. Add into that the Mind Dynamics profile cards that you will be provided with the artwork to print them out for yourself. And you have the recipe for creating dynamic team engagements. This may be a once-off workshop that you do, but the concept of high-performance teams in particular in the new world of work is becoming increasingly popular. And you will very soon see the opportunities that this brings to life for you. By this stage of the program, you have already submitted a practical video recording of a profile debrief. So you've had that experience, and that will have prepared you for the grand finale to Module 7, which is your first real client debrief. To enable you to do that, there's a tutorial on accessing the Mind Dynamics Professional Practitioner Portal, where you load your client details, you purchase the profiles, and you issue the invitations for them to participate, and it's where you receive the reports. It's very simple, and you'll find it very easy to do. So you will also receive email instructions on how to load the client. You'll receive voucher details, and you will proceed with loading and inviting your first client participant. As soon as you receive the report, you need to contact your master trainer, and we will set up a Zoom or Microsoft Teams meeting to take you through a role play, to give you the chance to just test out that you are feeling fully confident and that you are comfortable with taking your client through the process. Once you've taken your client through the process, that's it. You are ready to go. You are ready to rock and roll, as they say, and to take this wonderful instrument to your clients to enhance their appreciation of their unique, authentic brilliance. So all that remains for me to say is congratulations once again, and a sincere welcome to our wonderful community of Mind Dynamics Profile Instrument accredited practitioners around the world. Enjoy Module 7.